Hello everybody and welcome to Syman Gaming taking on Virtus.pro. Map number 2. The first was a little bit of a whitewash, but we're here in the pistol round to determine how this one's going to go. And Syman, oh, they're coming out balls to the wall, straight down middle with 5 players. And they've already got a man advantage. Problem is they've lost B. They're now going to rotate back with a pretty heavy presence because VP just took down on the bottom of middle. Didn't show any of their cards. Although actually, no, Syman make the better choice of going into the 2-2. As the players get closer to B, nothing is heard, no utility going over, diddly squat, and on the back of that, they figure VP haven't yet made a move. Now with the man advantage, the round is set up pretty well for them. All these side holders have to do is find a kill each, and the round should be in the bag.
Yeah, but I mean, if VP can manage to trade out 2 for 1, even only lose 1 player and finding this bomb site, and that could be massive. Okay, a little bit of a block from Kios. That helps him out with still having vision as they move through. A little bit of a gap between the coffin. I don't think they're really going to be expecting it either, despite a couple of shots of it already being fired off. The bomb still may be planted. The spam not going to be able to do anything. It did take down Buster slightly beforehand as they were fighting, but now it's just going to come down to the retake. And here we go. Buster actually finds the opening. Will fall, but he had Sanji immediately ready to follow up to get that trade on Mo. So now it's the 2-on-1. Okay, Jame all alone. P250 though, so he has the ability for these one-shots towards the head, even at the slightly further range, but that is well played by Norbert. Elevates himself up just a small bit on top of the fountain, and there we go. A much, much better start from Syman, being able to actually pick up this opening pistol here. And I would say that is a necessity for them, of course, moving on to Inferno. Despite it being a good map for Syman as well, it is also a very strong map for VP. And considering what we've seen just happen there on Mirage, you just need to see them getting off to a better start, just for their own confidence. Honestly, I'm surprised we've seen them being so confident there after that first map. It's what you do want to see. But it was a little bit surprising. Works out for them. Let's see if they can keep that up. Also, Neelan, I'm guessing he got instantly wrecked because he wasn't happy in the chat. He was joking around, but he gave us that word that starts with B and ends with a T, like you said before.
Starts with B, ends in a yet. But yeah, for Syman, you need to see them come out with confidence, right? Moving into this map. If they just look flat and defeated already, well, that's going to be a pretty predictable series. So I'm glad that they show us that they're not down and out just yet. And indeed, they are down though, down the bottom of Banana, taking that little bit of control and leaving a player, Chaos, tucked in the corner as Mo watches from the top of Banana. They're just gonna try to bait them in if Mo can spot them. He has a flash to work with, he'd pop that up, look for a bit of a fight, and Chaos would swing and kill them all. But for now, VP are playing a super passive game towards Banana. It is all about the mid control. As they slowly move forward, the smoke down on long and the flash up gives Sanji control on short, but immediately they back off, suspecting or hoping perhaps that Syman will rotate on the back of that control being seized. Instead though, the scope is heard on the bottom of Banana. This was an early swing from Chaos, no flash yet from Mo, and then he dies. And that is not how that hold was supposed to go.
Uh-oh. Yeah, not at all. The rotation wasn't even ready. The closest man being an Arch. Jame had a chance to take down Neelan pushing mid. Wasn't actually able to hit the shot, so it was a little bit awkward, but as he drops the smoke and Neelan decides that charging through the smoke is his best option, and I don't necessarily disagree, because obviously they need to set up for the retake. If he was to rotate all the way to respawn, that'd take a very long time. So he wanted to get that one kill, knowing that there was likely just the one player. If he had of, then they have a 3-on-3, they have the control of Banana, they can move in from both positions for the retake. Unfortunately, he falls immediately, and with that, the rest of the players for Syman are likely left into just saving. I mean, Norbert is pushed up in construction right now. I don't think he feels secure enough to back away, so they have sent Kreese in to have a little bit of a peek. They also may not expect to be getting flanked out from A, and even then I don't think that's going to matter. The fight is just straight up taken by Buster alongside Sanji, and it is ended. VP come straight back in with the force buy. That's upsetting. It's such a difficult spot for Syman to be in now. Winning the pistol, losing the round, following it. They get 1,400. They'll scrape together what they can, but it's not much more than pistols, Kevlar, and a couple of nades. That's it.
Certainly not the buy that you want. I'm surprised about Syman Gaming's hold towards Banana in that previous round. We mentioned what the strategy was. You know, Chaos took close. Mao had the flash. As soon as he spots them, he pops it, lets Chaos swing and take kills, and he's there to support from with the FAMAS on long range. But they didn't go for that. Instead, Mao swung that little bit too wide, or Mo swung that little bit too wide, got a little bit over aggressive on it. And that's what cost them in the end. VP with an early smoke moving towards that B site. They are looking for fights. They know a lot of nades came down Banana, but at this point Syman have rotated back and are playing a fairly standard hold. Neelan just ate a nade 32 health left after that one landing right between his tippy toes. And Virtus.pro looking at the A bomb site now favorably. There's still a hold here. They haven't been dragged away, I say, as one gets dragged away. Mo is on the rotate towards that B site. In fact, so too is Norbert. And it's just Korea's left alone. The read is not right unless this is looking to be a split in through CT. They've killed the long player. They could go for it with one still in banana. Oh, they're rotating. No. For a second, I thought they were setting up for smokes. I thought they were rotating to B. It looks like they've just given up control. They're allowing the pistols to come back in. But Syman, they're not falling for it. They're sticking on B. They think that VP are going to change direction, move in towards them. But it doesn't appear to be the case.
Unfortunately, no. We say this all the time, though. When you're in this situation, the stack makes sense. It works or it doesn't, and if it doesn't work, you just stay in position, you save your weapons over, and have a chance to do it again the next round, where otherwise they would have pretty much nothing with the economy they have available, because they'd only be getting 1900 from this round, so they wouldn't be able to afford any pistols or anything. So this at least gives them a chance now to do the damage, which they, of course, weren't able to get done in this. And I wouldn't imagine anyone from VP is going to hunt. I mean, in theory, a Dren maybe could with that MP9, but even then, I don't think they really want to. The rest of the players having rifles, some of them having taken a little bit of damage as well. So we should see VP being able to survive with 5 players here. And obviously in that previous round also, they were able to come out with 4 alive, despite it being the force spy. So this is again going to be VP early on in this map, potentially building up a very strong economy, especially if they can overcome these saved pistols in the next round without dropping too many players. So that makes it even more important for Syman to be saving what they have here.
Well, boom goes the dynamite. And Syman, they've pulled over their 4 weapons. Now, like we were saying, Dean, like we've said in the past, like you said just there, they've still got their weapons. They're going to look to stack up again in this round and see what damage they can do with them. It is one of the only rounds where you'll see that kind of approach coming through. Just because they were going to be eco this round anyways, better to use it at the start of the round when they're still pushing into those choke points and you can get all those extra opportunities than to go for a retake, probably lose on all those ranged fights where the T's are tucked in and waiting for you to push. And then you're eco next round anyways. Here they stand a chance to do some damage. And also, any weapon they retrieve here is far more likely to be brought through to the next round than in the previous, where it would have been brought into a round where everyone else was eco. But all in all, the damage here matters more than the previous. And there's a nice opening by Chaos. He even makes it back. The B holds, standing strong. Only problem is they haven't got utility. If they just smoke, they would lob it down and go for that weapon. A flash. Well, flash and a smoke more so. But instead, they're going to have to play passive and allow VP to hold that control and probably chuck the AK off the map.
Kickard actually finds that peek in from the spawn, but they could still walk in towards B, and it looks like they will. 2 players who can put up a bit of a defense. Unfortunately, that smoke down does make things quite complicated for Mo. He's not really able to peek in and help his teammate without having to go through the smoke into the hands of the waiting T's. Yeah, a little bit of a goofed up Molotov right there. I don't think that was the aim. Hit his teammate. Doesn't cost him anything, of course. And in theory, if there was someone close to the construction smoke anyway, it did stop them from pushing forward. It only really meant the bomb had to be planted a little bit further back, which with the smoke down in CT wasn't an issue, thankfully. And there we go. Sanji cleans up. Only the 1 casualty being found as well for VP. They can be really happy with that. That's 3 rounds in a row now that they've been able to survive with 4 players. So obviously they are building up some economy. Still keeping that 1 Galil into this round. The only real weakness, and as you can see, plenty of money in the bank to actually rebuy in this next round if needed. So this first gun round for Syman is a must-win. But not only that, they need to actually get the rounds off the back of it as well and start building up some momentum for themselves. Start actually getting themselves back into this game. A couple of stray rounds every now and again is obviously never going to be enough on the CT side, so they can't afford to let that happen. And it looks like they do want to challenge Banana aggressively. At least going to be dropping their nades in to ensure that the tree is clear. They know that now, unless someone is only moving in at this point. And I mean, yeah, Kickard has gone ahead and moved in towards that position. So if we see Syman following up with this banana aggression, they probably wouldn't expect it. But at this point, having not tried to actually move in, they kind of have to just give it up. They can't really stick around for too much longer. I think Neelan was like, yeah, we should back off. Neelan was like, no, I'm going to stay here. And yeah, he pays the price.
He does indeed. Syman down a little bit of a kerfuffle. They want to rotate over towards that B bomb site with Mo. Long was given up for just a second, giving VP an opportunity to move forward, but they didn't know that. Korea he takes down Sanji in a bit of an awkward fight in the apartments, working out his way eventually, putting that into the 4v4. VP giving back the man advantage into the mid-ground. But again, Syman's so quick to rotate to B, they suspect VP to hit it almost every single time. And this now is going to leave, well, so far, this is going to leave them completely wide open to this A push. Korea's all by himself on the bomb site. He smokes off. He's not going to molly to delay them. He has to worry about the apartments push out or anybody fading through that smoke. And James just catches him crossing the pit. Norbert's good for one, but that's only taking down the tail of the beast. Okay, I thought they were just going to sit in pit for a second. The time was so low, but the CT's not able to make it to short in time to cut them off. So it's not as dangerous as I thought. And as James picks up another and then starts to fall back, playing a more passive bit of an angle towards the bottom of stairs, he's ensuring no one comes through the apartments. Long and short, the only areas they need to be worried about at this point. As you can see, that's where both CTs are. They're spread out, though. Pickard's got to be careful. If he goes up for this long pick, he's likely to be taken down by Nealon, or at least fought, challenged on it. Spotted Nealon out, took him out of the game, and Mo's left to save. 1v3, not looking too likely with no kit and no time to defuse, but he walks forward. I failed to see the point of that, and James just domes him out. I mean, let's play a little imagination game here, Dean. He goes forward and kills all 3 players leaving the A site. What does that do to VP? They get to keep all their money that they have. They're down a little bit lower. They lose maybe 4k on each player, on 3 more players. But they're still buying here, effectively. And that situation is incredibly unlikely. And the other side of the coin is he walks forward and dies. And what does that do? It leaves Syman without a weapon for this round. They're just on pistols. That extra rifle would have made a world of difference. It even an extra set of armor. I completely failed to see the upside of what he just did.
Yeah, I think his mental scales there, while kind of weighing the risk and reward, just were completely off. I'm not sure what the goal was in that situation. As you said, the M4 was certainly a lot more important to save into this round and give them something to work with alongside those pistols, but it doesn't happen. Now they just have to move on into the future, see if they can begin to recover the situation. And there's a decent opening by Nealon. Deagle over towards Banana, going to connect the shot as well to the body of Kickert, but taking a small bit of damage in return as well, is forced to go ahead and concede that Banana control. And obviously without VP actually giving up the weapon, they're not too upset about that 1-for-1 trade so far. They have a pretty firm hold on the round, they have good control already with it being so early, and they're just going to pressure straight in towards B. 2 players at least. They have the smokes down to cut off anyone from being able to help Kios in the back of the site, but they just have to make their way past the Deagle, and okay, good damage being connected so far. That Molotov is going to make it harder for him to do anything else, and yeah, I mean, he's dead. You can't do much when dead.
Yeah, it is difficult. No reanimation powers in this. No Sage.
Yeah, it depends on you. It depends on your beliefs, really, doesn't it?
I don't think any belief's going to change the the code of a video game.
He might come back as one of the chickens.
You never know.
Oh, there's one. Norbert.
It's not Norbert. Is that you? You used to cluck just like that. Syman trying to get in with the pistols. Really, it's just about finding exit kills at this point. Definitely worthwhile in this situation, if you can find yourself 1 or 2 as they're fading on out. Worth the risk of losing those pistols. But as time goes on, okay, it doesn't get less likely, because Norbert goes out for a double. Alright, those weapons sadly irretrievable. Won't stop Mo from trying. Oh, hold on. He's got it. Okay, he's made it away. Another frag as well. That was incredibly successful for Syman. At the end of the day, they've saved an AK. They've gotten themselves into a position where the VP have actually taken a chunk of economy damage. And the important part about that, if you're wondering the difference between that one and the previous, is they risked an M4 the previous time. This one, it was just CZs. It didn't matter if they died. It was like minus 650 because they'd have to rebuy armor. That's it.
Yeah, when you have the Kevlar, obviously you can consider it because it can boost your buy a bit, but in that situation it wasn't too worthwhile. They need to start recovering the half, so being able to take a few weapons out definitely was worthwhile in comparison to what they actually were able to lose if they failed. So it wasn't as big of a deal. They went for it. It works out. They got the AK. They've boosted up their own buy off the back of it, and have already got some good damage with those nades over towards Banana. Adren could be in trouble. The shoulder's going to be spotted. It's actually the head that gets taken off, but Buster does come back in with 1. Not ready though for Neelan to still be close. Not expecting the three-man setup towards Banana in the beginning. That was how Syman decided to approach it, and realizing that there's still two there. They're just backing straight off towards the A side of the map now. I was gonna say that Molotov will delay, but unfortunately Sanji made his way through, and Norbert didn't expect it either because he gets dropped instantly. Kree is now in the pit, is gonna have to put up a massive defense. One positive being that Smoke's at least letting them stay alive for now and just be a nuisance and set themselves up for the retake. Oh, JM, I don't think he is expecting Neelan here. Was using it as a bit of cover and waiting for Mo, and yeah, never mind. As the smoke begins to fade away, JM gets vision first. He's not going to be letting anyone save. As Kreese is the last man standing, pinned in the pit. Yeah, no, he's screwed. He has one flash, and don't even think he's going to get a chance to use it, really. I think he done 1 damage to Sanji right there. It's a start.
Yeah,
I don't know what his goal is here, because he can't do anything. He is as screwed as he could possibly be. And there we go, he's gone.
Just hoping they overextend, I guess, and he can take a couple down with him. Maybe even allow the bomb to start playing a role. They'd have to exit eventually. The swing, the headshot, and the 6-1 lead. VP making this one look about as brutal as the previous map. Syman have won the pistol round, and that's it. I will give them that they've looked okay when the CZs were out, but like finding all those exits, that's not the best of signs. We need to see them do something in a buy round, and at the moment we have been far from that. Virtus.pro still building up that decent bank, not really being punished even despite the couple of kills Syman are finding here and there. Sprinkle in a couple of bomb plants. VP are looking just fine. So interesting, there's no support flash to come through. Chaos is taken down, but the fact that a smoke is being held instead of the flashbang to hopefully allow him to swing out and take something, I think is a little bit of a mistake. What is this from Neelan? He takes a double. I counted him out of the fight immediately. They knew where he was. And somehow he walks away with a double frag. You get Norbert and Kreyaz across the map taking theirs, and Adren's all alone.
Yeah, I mean, there was certainly a moment in time where we would not count this man out, and he certainly could still be capable of it. I mean, that's not a bad opening pick, but not expecting the op, or at least not being quick enough to deal with the op in towards construction as he did swing in. As Mo hits the shot, and yeah, that was a really convincing round for Syman, considering they lost that player in the beginning over towards sandbags once Chaos went down. I'm just not a fan of that setup, as you said. A lot of teams go for you put the one player aggressive. I think keeping the one on the corner and then having the flash ready is the better way to approach it, but even then it's risky, because if they just contact up and peek, then the player on the corner is on his own, he goes down, and there's no chance of a trade. So obviously, it's a very gambly play. I just really don't like the sandbags one, because you're not going to be escaping from there. Your only hope is that the flash is perfect, and that you get anyone who's come up towards the top of Banana, or you at least get a 2-for-1, which is not easy when pinned in a corner, especially if the T's have some utility.
I mean, especially the angle he was holding, right? Ooh, ow. He was tucked in close on the sandbag, so by the time he takes a kill, they're already pushed right up close to the corner. What's the smoke gonna do? It's gonna block off nothing, essentially. By the time it lands, he's already dead. Swift openings. And for Syman Gaming, the previous round was won on the back of an insane performance by Neelan. How do you repeat that? The aim so far has been well in favor of Virtus.pro, and with a 5v3, I guess is an upside, right? Everybody is tagged up on VP. The nade usage in Banana was fantastic. The damage done, even in those duels, worked out, but will it be enough to pull it across the line? We've got a molly on Kreyaz. Other than that, it's just going to be aim duels. 3 players stacked towards B. Utility coming over. Bomb is still mid. Coming out of to underground. They're not committing towards this. Not yet. Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, right now, just Kicker trying to sell this fake, of course. He's kept all 3 players. Oh, no, he's got this as well. Yeah, has himself at least 1 kill. It's not really going to allow for those CTs to begin to rotate anytime soon, although getting that one seems to have influenced them to begin moving back. At least the upper moved in. The bomb was on its way. But realizing there was at least 1 more player there, they did just begin to back off again towards A. So it's taken a while, but they will eventually get this bomb planted. And with the second op being retrieved for Syman, it doesn't really give them any other option apart from saving, because it just would be stupid to go throw these ops away. They will be massive going into this next round, where unfortunately, without the full loss bonus, the economy is still going to be in a really tough position for Syman. They can't quite manage to pull out that full buy. Only 2,900 coming in. I mean, yeah, maybe they can drop the rifles over. Neelan can just about buy for himself, but it's going to be a little weaker. You'll really need the the weapons themselves to be doing a lot more, as the nades won't be perfect. At this point, though, they just need rounds. Already having given up 7 to VP here on the T side of Inferno. I don't know if it's been looking quite as dominant as it was back on Mirage. It's been a few closer rounds and such, but it's still dominant, especially if you're only going on the scoreline.
Just to quickly give some insight on the player picture situation, I've seen over the couple of days people asking questions about it, and the reason teams like VP will have player pictures is that at every opportunity they'll be grabbing up-to-date ones. Every time they update their jersey, they'll get pictures. This is like 4K cameras, studio lighting, green screen background so that it works. You see, when we switch to one of the players, the background is obviously see-through and it needs to be done a certain way. And for Syman, they don't have those facilities. Normally, there'd be a media day before the tournament starts where every player comes along, we take pictures of all the teams, then upload them, fix them with the HUD, all that sort of stuff. It takes a while. But they obviously can't do that in the current climate, so unless they have a studio somewhere that they can get to and use, it won't happen. Nice tag by Mo. He should. Oh, he's gonna make it out of there, covered by Norbert. Solid stuff, but Norbert, he overstays his welcome that little bit too long. The other thing is using old ones. You can't use HLTV ones. They're copyright by HLTV. And also, if you use old ones, it's going to be old jerseys and all that sort of stuff. Different sponsors. You can't do that. If the team doesn't have pictures that they can send and say, we're happy for you to use these, and they don't work with the HUD and all that, then they can't be used, unfortunately. That's just how it is. How it be.
How it be on the B stream.
And the A stream. They don't have pictures there either.
Yeah.
They're not selfish.
Know,
they're just not sharing.
That didn't go as well.
It didn't.
Oh. Okay, this Sandbag's
like
position might actually work this time. Yeah, they have no idea. Okay, Keo's only gets the 1, but he does have the help of Neelan, and eventually will be able to get that second onto Sanji. So yeah, Syman, in the meantime, while we were chatting, are able to go ahead and get themselves a 3rd round. Back and forth, though, they haven't been able to put 2 rounds on the board back-to-back as of yet, and that's something they need to do. Ideally, we need to see them actually getting 5 rounds on the board back-to-back at this point. At least bringing it up to 7. Ideally wanting to get the, 6 in total, but getting 5 now and bringing it up to 8 for themselves and trying to actually get the lead at the half-time. That is not going to be easy with how VP have been playing so far. It kind of seems inevitable that they'll get at least another couple of rounds. If they can bring it up to 9 at that point, they'll already be feeling fantastic from that B side. So this is going to be a long road ahead of Syman if they want to get the victory here and force it onto a 3rd map. Oh, facing mid. A little bit later into the round as well, so a different approach. Mo was at least able to trade that one, but Buster took down Norbert, and again, a 1-for-1 trade is something that the T side is normally going to be pretty happy with. They haven't really gained much map control as of yet, but they're not being challenged around Banana, at least not initially towards the bottom of it, but they haven't challenged the top of it, so they don't realize that the up, of course, is here. In theory, now they could leave this up solo, but it's obviously not going to be the best idea, as we can see with 2 players up close, so fortunately, they do keep Kios around. I was only kind of saying that because I was worried that maybe they would leave the up alone and then we'd see the contact being found on Banana. But nah, bringing it back now into a 4-on-3, that has forced VP to go ahead and make a decision. And with already the brackets control being found and with Banana being challenged heavily, it looks like they probably will focus it on towards A. Leaving 1 player on the ramp, though. He could catch this. Kios. Oh, why?
Oh!
Okay, the shot's being missed. Oh my god, that was such a big chance. If James got that kill, that could give them the opening that they needed. Not quite able to follow up the 2nd shot either through the wall. And Kreese, in the meantime, has actually gotten that kill on Adren, who was wrapping around through long. So this round has just crumbled for VP.
Yeah, 20 seconds. They need to find these kills so damn quickly. James here to support now as Sanji moves forward with the player in pit. Swings! Jane go for the kill! Sanji as well! How was this pulled back? Syman left down towards the bottom of Banana, wondering how the round came and went way out of their control in just a flash. In an instant, Jane with the op. He should be good for 1 here. Up close, 25 HP the trade. Very easy to find, but not if he swings like that! He got himself a 3K. And VP, oh my word, just embarrassing them. The 2v4, 1 out, and 8 rounds now on the T side.
What a save from James, and not the one you'd expect.
Different kind of Jane time.
Yeah, it was more like game time. Here we go. 8-3. Ah, Syman needed that round, man. Honestly, it was so strange. I don't know why Kios pushed Banana. He was so lucky to live, and then despite having such a firm hold on the round, what was a 4-on-2 at one point, they somehow let it go. It is heartbreaking. This is just not looking like the Syman that we're used to seeing. Obviously, against VP, they are a tough opponent for them to topple, but we still had a bit more kind of optimism in how this was going to go for Syman. We didn't think they were going to get the win, but we thought we can at least get a competitive game between these two, especially with how shaky VP have been lately. But no, right now they are looking very, very solid. We obviously can't attribute it all to Syman playing badly because VP are playing really well. Jay may have another chance to even get an extension on the advantage he's already given them. Nah, not quite. Not going to be taking that peek in towards middle. Crease just wanted the op.
I'm thinned out, but they get the opportunity there onto Sanji. Sticking around a little bit too long, all by himself. All VP need at this point, even still, are 1-for-1s. As they move in towards the B bomb site that rotates on its way. Riaz with an AWP, about to come through CT. Nealon goes through the smoke by himself. Not even a supportive flash to make its way in. He just felt it. And on the back of that, Syman are going to feel that man disadvantage extend into a double. And despite the low HP now on Buster, Kickard, and Adren, there's no way for the CTs to know exactly what the health situation is like. This was just unnecessary. Ooh. Chance? No, not really with Norbert's position.
Where is he? Yeah, he's over in the apartment just chilling. I mean, if they had Nealon as well to try for the retake, perhaps it could have been worthwhile. I feel like the only reason Nealon would have went for that aggressive push was if they knew that the health on at least a couple of those players was extremely low. Otherwise, that certainly isn't worthwhile, and you could see even with the players being tagged up, he still just get shot in the face straight away. Wasn't really able to do anything. Yeah, as you said, I'm not really sure what was up with that play exactly. Just going through, there was a player a bit further back in the spawn. I don't know if they had a flash to throw in. But if they did, they definitely should have. Going in without one was just the wildest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, Syman, they can manage to scrape out another buy thanks to a couple of weapons being saved over. Kios, I think, is going to be left with something weaker. Yeah, MP9 coming into play. But the optimal score right now for Syman is 6 here on their CT side, and that is looking like it is probably a bit too far out of their reach. Really, clawing back another couple of rounds is the most I would be expecting of them at this point, and even then, that is not going to be easy. A little boost over towards the corner here on Banana. So this is a switch up to see if they're going to be able to find anything. And unfortunately, no shots being connected. The Molotovs then go down. That's going to force them back from their aggressive stance towards Banana and allow for VP if they want to get that control. But no, they're going to mostly focus around mid right now. Realize that there is a potential that there could be 3 players over on that B side of the map. And if they move immediately, they are correct. But Mo has already rotated in now and is going to be helping them from Library.
Good shot by Mo, but now they know where he is. Buster's got one. The flash doesn't blind him. Mo, though, keeps on going. Buster not able to do anything about it. The smoke comes down a little bit late. Syman are ahead, and down goes Buster, and indeed didn't have the bomb with him either way. They've spotted it. They've got it, and no need to overextend. No need to give VP the opportunities to win another 2v4. Norbert goes for it anyways. He takes Sanji. And so Kickard, he's got to do it all. A 4K by himself, 3 players on long, 1 tucked close, 1 watching him from the right. There's no way he wins this fight. And indeed, he does go down in the end. Syman clawing it back into a semi-workable position. I mean, it is still terrible. Let's be very clear about that. They finish on 9-6. That's still bad. Quite bad to give the T side such a heavy advantage.
Oh, yeah.
But the chances are they at least get close to there with VP going on to an eco in this round. As they buy up a hero rifle. Okay, I thought with the confidence they had then they were just gonna go, yeah, let's just buy rifles, mate. Buy 3 rifles, see how it goes. But no, they are just hero rifle on Kickard and pistol. So this should be 5 for Syman.
I don't like this from Syman. They should know that they're up against a bit of a weaker buy, but I mean, it actually does help them out in the end because they ended up losing 1 player on Banana. Obviously, the Banana aggression coming in alongside the mid aggression. It was a 2-pronged attack, and only the one avenue that was actually, or the one angle that was actually shut down by VP, so it's just been Norbert kind of cleaning it up. So far, they all have a kill. All of the remaining players, as I started that sentence anyway. Buster goes down, Nealon, he gets his 2nd of the round, and there it is, 5 for Syman. But as you said, it was only the 1 hero rifle in play there in the previous from VP. The issue is, quite a few of the players still don't have that great of an economy, so they're only able to scrape out 3 rifles, leaving a Dren on most likely a pistol without Kevlar, unless he gets dropped the pistol. He does have a deagle, okay. So he might buy Kevlar behind it. You would hope so. At least body armor, maybe he can get a smoke or something. He gets a flash, okay. So they have, what, 2 smokes, 3 flashes, and 1 Molotov alongside the 3 AKs and 2 deagles. It could be much, much stronger. So there is a really good chance for Syman to get 6. As you said, still not a great CT side, But if you get that pistol and pick up the first gun round, suddenly you're potentially even in the lead. So it does become a competitive game once again. But James has been boosted up right now. I'm pretty sure they boosted him so that wouldn't make noise. So yeah, there's no idea. James able to walk out and catch Norbert completely off guard.
Kicker on the spray. He does a little bit of damage to Chaos, and VP looking for the double digits. It's already started out pretty damn well. Syman really needs 6 though. Need big plays to step it up. Or some players to step it up with big plays. Adren on Eagle, nothing else. Does most of the damage. Bomb drop. Now the B players are on the way. Good kill though as Kriaz falls. Molotov, whoops, that's not gone onto the site. Mo is still here now. Catches a leg. Not good on the no scope. And look at the HP, Dean. They are all so low, but think about the angles that they've got to hold now. On site, behind the boxes, you've got head peak angles. Down in pit, same thing. You can hide up in the apartments and swing out afterwards. Minimize the chance of you being caught. No one's made it into pit with the exception of Kickert, though. So on the, well, it doesn't matter, does it? I was going to say on the site, a couple of them are open. A couple of them could be punished for it. But, no.
I hate when that happens. You're trying to build up the storyline of how they can do it and just like...
Bang, bang.
Nah.
Game's
wrecked.
over. The
half's over anyway. Yeah, so with that, of course, I mean, a decent recovery overall from Syman. They did manage to salvage back a few rounds towards the end. Probably still not going to be enough unless they can start off fantastic here on their T side. And of course, guys, as always, we are going to have a few minutes before we do find out if that is going to be the case as we send it over to the halftime break. But do stick around. As I said, we will not be long at all.
Heart into something gold. No, I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I wrote it all along on your way right before it broke.
Hello everybody and welcome back. VP, 10 rounds on the board starting at their CT side in a different fashion. Still a stack towards A like we saw from Syman, but no mid push. Trying to bait them in, use the crossfires and get all the headshots. And it is working out, you could say. A 2v5 now develops for Syman, and although Mo pulls back a kill, they need to do a little more before I start believing.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting a little shaky here. Mo
And
money,
shot his face.
Mo problems. Yeah, but
Now
good thing
I'm
from
a
Neil and Mo being
believer.
able to get that one kill as well. We have Mitch singing now. I think he's going mad. I don't know. I don't think he's been enjoying the level of CS we've been given us. Some moments from Syman, if we're being honest. Kicker, he stinks, so I don't know if facing this is a good idea. And yeah, he goes down. That was the long player who'd been tagged up. It's really surprising that they let him solo rotate around to B when he's so low. That is a very interesting choice.
Yeah, things have actually been recovered massively for Syman. Difference is, or the downside, I guess, they didn't manage to pick up a USP, which would be nice just to hold down towards CT. Kind of limits them from fighting Buster, you would imagine anyways. Mo smoked off the angle as well. He's going to lock down CT as Nealon gets mollied into the open. That's the chance for Buster, missing the shots though, and then getting punished afterwards. Mo up behind, Nealon in with another and another. He just keeps on going. A 3K to close out the round, and Syman from a 2v5, they win it. What a fantastic comeback for them. And a good start to their T side.
Indeed. I mean, after being put down into, what was it, 2-on-5 at one point? I don't know how the hell they're able to recover that one, but there were certainly some opportunities given over by VP. As I said, interesting choice to rotate over the low player to be the sole B defender, because then he goes down so easily. Really, your sole B defender's goal is normally to try and get a kill, maybe do a small bit of damage, but the main idea is to stay alive. And with being on 9 health, a single bullet to the back as he was escaping away puts him down. Suddenly the bomb site was lost, and we seen what happened then. They were able to recover the situation. Well, yeah, I mean, an eco coming in from VP, they're not going to be trying to force the issue here. Instead, willing to go into the next one with the guns, and for this one at least, we're not expecting much, so we should see Syman on 7. Swinging in together, there was a flash. It blinded up a couple of players and gave them some dinks, and eventually the one kill from Adren. Nealon also being tagged down quite low. So there's a chance for a little bit more damage here to be obtained for sure. For the moment though, only Sanji on that A side of the map, so I don't know how much he's going to be able to do. Unless he's able to catch 1 or 2 of them off guard, but I believe they should realize in the moment that there's only around 3 on Banana, but no. Actually, Kios goes down before he spots all of them, so they won't be 100% sure. So they have to be cautious of A, and thankfully Kriz, he will actually clear out the pit. So that bomb's going to go down, and yeah, no, they can't win this round anymore. But considering they have an AK and a UMP, they are very happy with how this has gone. They put, what, $200 investment into this to get a flash. That's it.
It's worthwhile popping off with these, certainly saving the AK. The UMP is a bit more expendable. I think that's why you're seeing James playing for exits outside CT. If he can get himself a couple of kills, or even 1, just the extra bit of cash would pay off. If he had armor, I would disagree with this play, but it is worth the risk for the extra little bit of money. Coming through, and so close. 2 HP left on Nealon. Adren goes down to sight. He's not going to make it out of there, unfortunately. He was hoping that he could catch one off. Timing wasn't great. Nealon survives on his 2 HP, bringing his Mac 10 forward. That's unfortunate for James, but even still, he's able to afford the op. But no armor to work with it. The glass cannon already making an appearance. They're going right in to the danger zone, taking that risky buy early on, and hoping they can catch Syman off with it. 10-7, 3 between them. I mean, Syman aren't down and out. Right, this T side could work out for them. We've already seen fantastic individual skill when it came down to the pistol round, but in the buys, that's just been where there has been a world of difference between these teams.
Yeah, and I mean, this isn't really a bonus round here either from Syman, despite having a couple of weaker weapons in play. They do have pretty much what they could afford. Right now looking for the banana control, and kind of similar to what we've seen from Syman is the approach right now from VP, which is the 1 player up close, not tucked into sandbags, instead holding the angle at least. Had a teammate waiting with a flash, but unfortunately it's the flash that came over from Syman instead, completely blinding them, allowing for that opening kill to be found for Kios, as well as now the banana control as well. So this is a really good start for the T side. They're certainly picking up the pace a bit here on the T side of Inferno so far. With a minute remaining, they obviously don't have to commit in towards B. They've got the time to move back, try and get control around mid if they want to, and have even with that flash gotten the info that the op is currently positioned on B.
A little bit of movement being made for a second by Kickert. Wants to get in and assist his teammate, but he's stuck with Jane protecting the AWP. All by himself in the bomb site. Sanji's picked himself the opening, but they're starting to close in the distance and look to take him down. The smokes are fading, though. Final one departing towards Long as Sanji's teammates are going to be locked out. They begin to push through. Nealon catches one on Long. Now they're worried about every single angle. Kickert, though, he keeps on going in the pit. Gets himself a double. And now Nealon, what can he do? Jump through a smoke and die. That's one thing.
Apparently. Yeah, I don't know, man. Weird stuff all game long so far. And it's not only from one team. I expect more from VP as well. They've become
Yeah, I mean,
a little kind of shaky on this map in comparison to what we were seeing over the first kind of 8 or so rounds, and also what we've seen on the first map.
I'll give you
I
that.
feel like maybe they've become a little complacent themselves.
Definitely. That's what I was going to say. If they're fully focused coming into round 10 of this map, I would be very surprised. Like, they were just dominating. They destroyed on the first map. It's kind of where you start going, all right, let's just go get some kills. Yeah, let's chill. Sanji's been spotted. The Deagle's punishing him. The Galil as well.
It's a weird play. Under quad on your own when you know that you're up against a weaker buy, or at most kind of the force buy, obviously, which it is, with a few rifles and pistols and an S. I don't think it's going to cost him in the round, thankfully. Yeah, it's been recovered quite well. Free is the only man to get a frag since, and he's pinned in the graveyard at this point. I mean, if that doesn't say how this is going to go for him, then I don't know what else will. And there we go, eventually finished off. All 3 players were just shooting at him from different angles. There was absolutely nothing that he could do right there. 12-7. Yeah, VP, it looks like they're getting back into their winning ways slowly but surely here on the CT side, and we will see them get one more before Syman actually have an opportunity to bounce back.
You know what? James' haircut is growing on me. Slowly but surely. I wonder what it looks like now. A couple weeks in. Probably down to his shoulders. Ponytail, maybe? I want to see it. I'm gonna find out.
My hair is terrible at the moment.
I cut mine myself. It went okay, actually.
I don't know. Okay, I wouldn't do that because I feel like it'd just go worse.
Yeah, I was just too long. I was already putting off getting a haircut, and then they all closed. It's like, god damn it.
I've been doing the same.
Not the nicest to situate.
Very
Oh
homeless.
no!
Oh,
He has his 100 HP.
Lifeless. He's lifeless.
He lost all of his health in like 1 second. The bullets and the nade hit him at the same time. Oh man,
He
that
got
sucks.
kneecapped by the nade as well, like
Yeah.
right in the knee.
Just stuck standing still, blows up, and then bullets immediately following through. That's gotta be upsetting. At least it's this round that did it to him, and not when it's on a rifle round. Nice trades actually being taken out towards Long, or nice trade, because they only found the one. Taking Sanji down. Trade,
I like it. Trade,
Obviously, they only got one.
It's like it was obviously a trade. Yeah.
But no, like, Sanji was the only one to fall. I thought they'd get maybe a little bit more, but the position just swinging out for, was it a Dren? Kicker. Whoever was playing underneath. Lost them now because they had the MP9. I'm pretty sure it was a Dren.
I believe so, yeah.
It worked out.
I'm looking back. Oh no, it was Kicker to at the MP9.
God damn it! 50-50. I had to get the wrong
I just
one.
agreed with you because I also wasn't sure, so
You
I had to
fool,
look
Dean.
back.
You fell for it. It was a trap. James top fragging here, 19 kills on the board, doing well with the AWP, even despite it being Inferno, where we see teams or offers in particular struggle. And there he is, 20 kills on the board, moving back to the bomb site. But there are only 2 of them here. CT is being locked down at the moment by Sanji, but they've already made it up Long. And the players on the side of a massive hole to make happen, especially as Kicker can't help out with that long control. Great smoke in by Syman. They just need to move.
I was gonna say James in trouble with the op on the bomb site, but he has that help from Kickert, and apparently over towards Long, he could do it pretty much all on his own. Opened that area back up for the rest of his teammates to move back in, and easily shut down the bomb site. 14-7. VP again beginning to firmly regain that control, slowly but surely making the rounds more convincing as well. I don't know if you can see it, but on the default HUD, it's like a set of stairs going up in terms of how many players they've been surviving with over these past 4 rounds. Yeah, I mean, they're climbing all the way towards victory right now, and it looks like there's really not going to be a lot else that Syman can do about it. in this round anyway. The 1 AK, the hero rifle coming out, pistols elsewhere. So we most likely are seeing map and serious point for VP before they have the full buy again. Bit of nade damage, that could help. But unfortunately, they themselves have now burned slightly in that Molotov. And obviously with that as well being forced back from Banana, where I think they did want to show, at least get some control early on. It's not like they had a lot of players over there. The bomb was the entire time grouping up on second mid with, I believe, 2 others.
Really, Nealon buying up this AK is going to have to do some damage. VP are just so far ahead if they win this round. Well, I think we can agree the chances of them closing it out are pretty high. James' performance in that previous round, though, far surpassed my expectation. Man just destroyed them. He said he was reaching 20 kills, but he brought it up to 22, just doming them again and again. And they had rifles, which was the odd thing about looking at that situation. Molly still in play for Buster. He pops it out up close. Flash going to go over. He can swing. There's the flash. The swing, though, not on time. Chaos was already there. The flash was a little bit late. Dren having to fall back after the 1 frag. The pistols up close, and despite losing a fair bit of... they have got the bomb planted. They've picked up another AK, and this is all in all a pretty good position to play from for Syman. James going to be in trouble. He's spotted down there in CT, and there is a player tucked up close who might be able to capitalize afterwards. Yeah, they've not checked him, but he's only good for the 1. James' brain is too big, but he's got to have the brawn as well in a 1v2 with the AWP. 2 AKs he's facing, and he just doesn't have the time to get in there and make it happen. Saving the op. It is indeed James time, and Syman, they've done it. With the 1 hero rifle in play for Norbert, they've walked away. Or it was actually Nealon, but Norbert picking it up after and getting himself the double kill. They brought it up to 8 and stopped VP from at least guaranteeing themselves an OT.
Well, yeah. How it's been going, you would expect that it's inevitable that they find at least another... I'd say you kind of find it inevitable that they find the 2 rounds that they need, but... At least one, you would near guarantee. I'd be comfortable to say that they will eventually be able to find at least one. So this is going to be so difficult still for Syman. But obviously, with just the 1 hero rifle invested into that round, they probably weren't expecting to actually get themselves the victory. So that is a big opportunity now. It gives them the chance, if they are to go ahead and actually bounce back into this round as well, manage to win one out with the full gun round. At that point, then the economy for the CTs would be pretty much destroyed. At least onto a couple players, Sanji and Kicker, to be really struggling. So if they were to go for the buy, it'd be a little bit mixed matched at that point, or mismatch rather at that point for the CTs, and it could really give a chance for Syman to start clawing back some rounds. But for now, let's see what the goal is. They were trying to challenge Banana slightly in the beginning, but we do see VP stacking 3 players on this side of the map, and I believe themselves throwing out quite a few nades to deny that control in the beginning of the round for the T side. So instead, they have decided that they want to pounce in towards brackets, going in towards middle. They've gotten themselves that area quite easily without actually being challenged. Although they have taken, of course, that small bit of damage towards Banana. Other than that, not really much has happened. Hang on, though. Kio's playing around that smoke already forward. It's not expected by a Dren. He ends up going down, and despite some damage being returned, with it being the op here for James, he has to hit the shot, or else it doesn't matter either way. And I think they're just going to leave Kio's here now. Yeah, the rest of them gone back towards mid.
Coming up through long, this is a challenge for Sanji. He has to overcome. At least his teammates on his way. Buster just about to come into library, and this is going to help out a whole bunch. Sanji now able to dedicate himself towards the bomb site. He can rotate out in just a sec to help out Buster if it's needed. The smoke, gonna block him out, pull him in towards the bomb site. But he's got an angle around it, but Norbert's quicker to react. Takes the headshot immediately, and they might think that's the long player. James takes down the bomb from behind. Sanji on the bomb side, having rotated in. James keeps on going, and there's still 2 on site. They take down Sanji, but hey, Kickert's here as well. Makes his presence known, does the damage, and 34 HP on perfectly on both players. Not anymore. As Kriaz falls and 8 seconds left, he's got to rush the site, and he hasn't got time. He physically cannot get this done. Gets the kill on Kickert, but it's over. James just ran away, and for the first time in the series, James time has won a round. Just saving, running out to live it for another day. And 15 on the board.
25 to 8, which is incredible.
Yeah.
We've seen him miss a couple of shots as well, though. It's not like he's been hitting everything. He's just been always setting himself up to have the chances for them. So hitting like 80% of them and somehow giving him 25 frags and 8 deaths. If I'm thinking back, you might be thinking what moment specifically. There was that one round where he caught Kios running down banana on the first half. Yeah, and then there was also during that previous round, he somehow didn't take down the long player.
In fairness,
as we said, though, it didn't matter because of the time.
Kios jumping in that situation and then caught him completely off guard. He was running down banana and jumping the whole time. It's like, what is this man doing? Is he?
It's very loud, but you're still not really gonna expect that. You're thinking, okay, he's probably just walking down. I know he's just gonna jump out into my crosser.
Just jump clear bottom banana. That's the way to go from now on. That's what I'm going to do in all of my games.
That's the one time I've seen it and it worked, so 100% success rate.
Exactly. Oh, Syman, they're moving in towards this A bomb site. They've got themselves top control. No one short, no one long, smoked off. James can't really afford to stick around. Never mind. James thinks he can do whatever the hell he wants. Gonna molly it. Hope that pushes them forward. Taking a bit of damage as well. It's better than the nade got even just with the molly.
Yeah, trying to move in towards banana, clearing out the right corner for himself and not in towards tree where there was actually a player waiting, and with the help of one from the top of banana as well, it was just so difficult for that trade to be found. Buster swung out for a follow-up. We have Sanji getting a kill over an A before eventually falling, and that leaves Mo and Trees now in a 2-on-4 to try and save this round. With that, save the game and save the series. It is going to be a difficult one, but Mo has given them an opening, a 2-on-3. 28 seconds left, so time is certainly working against them. But if they bring it back towards B for the moment, it is just one man. It's a Dren who's on 62 health. And he has no nades either to try and delay that push.
Gotta be the fight. He could close it out right here and now. They won't expect him. He should be good for one. He is. The spray down to close it. And Mo falls 16-8. Syman Gaming. They put up a bit of a fight, at least, over on the second map. The first one, well, I definitely wouldn't say they put